Well, now they know how losing feels. I think it's going to help the Pirates more than hurt the Pirates. They didn't like that feeling after last game, and I'm sure that they're going to do everything in power not to have that feeling this game.
Now we've had some rain tonight. The field is a little wet. Is that going to affect Ryan Story, who's the main offensive threat for the Merrillville Pirates?
Well, he's basically a pounding runner. The offensive line just goes right at him, right up the middle. And the field doesn't look in that bad of shape tonight. It's got a good concert, and I think the rain is drained off quite well.
On the other hand, Mark, Lake Central's coming off of a very impressive win over Munster. They won 27-0. They finished 8-0, one win for the conference. They seem very strong, very confident heading into tonight's game.
Yeah, especially very confident, and rightfully so. No one's come within 3 touchdowns of them in the last 6 weeks. That's incredible. They rolled up a tremendous amount of yardage. They've allowed only 13 points in the second half all year. The key is how tough a schedule have they played. Merrillville played very strong teams the last 4 weeks. Lake Central has not played teams that are up to the caliber of what Merrillville played. Another thing, penalties. Lake Central averaged 80 yards in penalties a game. I don't think they can afford quite that many against teams like Merrillville here tonight.
Now, Lake Central's offense is one that's considered to be very versatile. They can pass, they run, they can run into a very different people like Merrillville just run their story. With the field conditions as they are tonight, what do you expect for Lake Central Indians to do against Merrillville defense?
I expect them to combine themselves, if only at the start, to going straight off tackle. They've got great size, 270, 250 pounds at the tackles. I expect them to try to ride at Merrillville, and I think that's kind of what Merrillville wants. That's what Hobart tried to do, and they stopped it pretty well. If Merrillville can control the ball, I think they can win. But if Lake Central can get 10, 12, maybe 14 possessions in the game, I think that they might have a chance to blow it out by a big score.
All right, when we come back, we'll have the opening kickoff of this game, which is sure to be a dandy. And the Indians have won the kickoff they will receive. How much of a factor will it be for Lake Central if they get the ball and score first?
Again, it's a lot like the Hobart-Merrillville game of 2 weeks ago. If Lake Central gets the opening kickoff and goes right down the field, could be a long night for the Pirates. But also the opportunity is there for Merrillville to stop them quickly. I'll be interested in seeing just how aggressive Merrillville is on defense right at the start of the game.
Okay, Mike just set to kick it off, and there's the boot. Clash of the Titans has begun. Bounce off the Lake Central player, rolls all the way in, and they're going to bring it all the way out to the 20-yard line. That was number 20 back to Dave Britton, who wisely let it go.
Merrillville's been doing that a lot lately. Not getting the kickoff quite up in the air. The Spitzky's been kicking them low. It's been hard for the receiving team to field the ball cleanly.
Now the field is, we've had some rain, but the field looks to be in excellent condition.
It might be a little sloppy. There's a strong wind. It seems to be right in Lake Central's face at the start of the first period.
And Lake Central jumps offside early. That was number 77, Mike Frost, the right tackle. They'll make it first and 15.
Well, this is their problem, and Coach Britton says if he knew what to do about it, he would. He'd stop it. Lake Central, an incredible amount of penalties, 72 in 8 games for 671 yards. And keep in mind, they've won all their games. They must have great talent to be winning with all these mistakes.
First and 15, and once again, it looked like they jumped, and they did. Well, they have very confident coming into tonight's game, but it looks like Lake Central is a little over-anxious or a little nervous.
Yes, you was mentioning before about Lake Central's penalties. I think that was part of Merrill's downfall last week. They got in good situations. They got big penalties for 15 yards. And things just didn't evolve last week.
Of course, the thing with the loss against Merrillville to LaPorte, you have to figure they were coming off a big win against Hobart, which they thought they had to do in conference one. It was the first time they beat Hobart in a long time, so naturally you're going to have emotional letdown. Evans on the option, he keeps it himself, and he gets out to about the 17-yard line.
That was Mike Depp on the tackle. He's been playing the free safety spot for Merrillville. He's only a junior. He's been doing an excellent job in the Pirates secondary.
Evans has been very effective on the ground this year. The Indians has had 60 carries for 313 yards and 4 touchdowns. But he also is a very adept at passing. He's thrown for 814 yards and 10 touchdowns. Evans steps in, second and 14. Looks like he's going to go to the other hair. Throws it for the sideline and out of bounds. He's looking for number 84, Ryan Goodman, the tight end.
Again, that was good coverage by Mike Depta. Kind of a floating pass to the sideline by Evans. And he was looking kind of shaky at the beginning of this game.
Mark, talking to some of the Merrillville coaches before, and that's what one of the things they were worried about was Evans passing downfield.
A factor is the wind. We were in a broadcast position which is very high. I'm not sure the wind is this strong on the field, but this is going to be a very tough play. Third down and 14 if the wind is as strong in their face as it seems to be.
And running to the left side, that's Britton, and he gets close to first down yardage. A big gain, ripping right through the left of the Pirate defense.
I think he's short of a first down. If I'm looking at it right, he's come up a yard short.
Yeah, it looks very close. Be fourth and one. So I think like Central thought Merrillville, by surprise, they're running it instead of passing it.
But you see, they stopped themselves there. Without the penalties, they'd still be out there playing. Now they're punting.
The 15th story, deep to receive the punt. Lake Central has the punt early. 10:40 left for the first quarter. Fourth and one they have. Be aware of a fake. High snap. And there's the punt. Short punt, line drive punt. Takes bounds. Good defense by Lake Central. When we come back, Merrillville will have the ball. First and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Back to the clash of the tight battle between Merrillville and Lake Central. Pirates have the ball first and 10 at the 36-yard line. Corker calls out the signals, gives us the story. It's a good play for Merrillville. And it looks like he got maybe a yard or two at best.
Lake Central got good penetration there. The offensive line flew out the middle of the line, but the tackles converged and tripped up Story for short yardage.
And in the moment, we'll take a look at that big offensive line there. Right now, it's second and 8 for the Pirates. They're at their own 37-yard line. Corker keeps himself running to the right side, and he gets out to about 45. It'll be about 3rd and 1. Taking a look at the big Pirate offense. You can see Bill runs the tackle. Chris Abell, he goes ways, the guard. Joe Major, the center. Steve Mundell, the guard. Bill Bryce, the tackle. And all pro tight ends, so they Mike Mackey.
It's a big play here. You know, Merrillville usually comes with a story on 3rd and short.
They have wide receivers split wide, spreading out the Lake Central defense. I formation, Story deep. They give it to Hidalgo, the fullback, and he boulders his way for the first down. Merrillville Pirates getting the first down of the game.
That's what Black Story can do for you. You can see the linebackers king on Story. Corkin turns inside, hands out to number 31, Mark Hidalgo, for a first down.
And Eric, I think that's a good call. Everybody in the building I know was thinking Story, just like I was. But they go to Hidalgo, and he gets the yardage they need.
First and 10 for the Pirates. Again, they're staying with the wide receivers split. Corker barks out signals, and he hands the Story up the middle. Story runs to the right side behind Chris and Bill runs, and he picks up about 5 or 6 yards. Taking a look at the Pirate backfield. Of course, Corkin is the quarterback, number 19. In the backfield, you'll see number 22, Brian Story, number 31, Mark Hidalgo, and the wide receivers, Tony Lane and John Lee. 5-yard gain on the play for Story, 2nd and 5. Mackey comes in motion to the right side. Corkin barking out the field goals. Once again, they're going to get it to Story, and the Lake Central defense stops it on that play. Good defense by Lake Central. There. Looks like number 83, Steve Kistler, the defensive end, made the big hit. Taking a look at Lake Central's defensive line, you see Steve Kistler just made that play. Joe Dillon, Joe Shulak, Kenny Howley, and Zach Drive. 3rd and 6, Story loses yard on the play on the tackle by Kistler. Mackey again comes in motion, and they drew the Lake Central defense offside. Looks like that was number 44, Joe Gentleman, just kind of went with Mackey in motion.
That's something we haven't seen all season, is Mackey in motion. Offside Lake Central.
Once again, Mark, you see in the forward game, Merrillville brought in a few plays that they hadn't used all year. Now Lake Central, they're sending Mackey in motion. They hadn't had up until this point. So you have to give Coach Franco Shea some credit.
That's a good point. And while Lake Central is a lot more flashy and has a lot more offensive guns, Merrillville has shown you something in the first few minutes here. No mistakes. Absolutely no mistakes. No penalties. No one's dropped the ball. Lake Central didn't feel the opening kickoff quickly, and they've already made 3 penalties.
A penalty may change the third and 1. Big penalty. Let's see if Merrillville can capitalize. They're going to give us a story running right after Lake Central gives the first down.
Again, they run right over the right guard, Chris Abel. That seems to be their bread and butter so far during the course of the game.
Like to remind you that the first quarter is brought to you in part by Hair Conspiracy, located at 1205 West US 30 in Merrillville. Mention this ad and get a haircut via the unbelievable price of $7. This week only. Call Hair Conspiracy at 769-1311 today. First and 10 for the Pirates, 7:09 left in the first quarter. They're moving in Lake Central territory. Story for the first time goes to the outside and picks up about 5 yards.
We've seen that quite often, Mackey in motion. All year, Merrillville has not run that. Franco Shea knows that Lake Central is an aggressive team, and I think it might be just a little ploy to get a couple penalties and get some easy yardage.
When you talk about the Lake Central defense, there's 3 names that consistently come up. Sean Seidel has 9 interceptions. He had 4 of those last week against Munster. And then Joe Dickelman and Joe Sulek each had 60 tackles throughout the year. Mackey once again goes in motion. Second and 6. Pirates on the move, mainly going to the ground. They give us the story again. Picks up about 3-4 more yards. All the way down to Lake Central's 29-yard line. So Mark, Merrillville right away going to the run, not pulling any punches, just seeing if Lake Central can stop story or not.
I thought I saw a slightly different play there, kind of a reverse pivot by the quarterback, handing off the story. The play went over the same location, right guard, right side, but a little different look there.
Mackey once again in motion like he's been doing all night. 3rd and 1. They play. No surprise, Brian Story goes to the right side, and in the second effort, I think he has the first down.
Story's a smart runner. He's done that quite often through this year. But spinning, cutting. He's just a grinding runner, and he'll do anything to get that extra yardage.
Merrillville consistently running to the right side behind Lorenz and Bell. The big men for Merrillville on the offensive line. Of course, we look over the defense. First and 10. We're at about the 26-yard line of Lake Central. Story running up the middle and stopped by Lake Central after a gain of a couple of yards.
John, a point to mention about Lake Central. They have been behind this year. I know they've been behind a couple times. One time noticeably 10-0 against Griffith. They're a slow starting team. They've only allowed 13 points in the second half all season long, so that means most points scored haven't been that many, 53. But most scored have been in the first period. The question is, if Merrillville gets the lead on Lake Central, just like they got a lead on Hobart, will they be able to come back?
They are dominating second half, but they have outscored their opponents 144-13 in the second half. Second and 8. Looks like a draw play for Merrillville. Story gets it. Picks up maybe 2 yards on the play. I bring up about 3rd and 35 for Merrillville.
I'm anxious to see John Corcoran put the ball up. He threw 5 interceptions last week. Obviously had a bad game, although I didn't see it. He's got to complete a couple passes here to get some confidence, and now's the time.
Lake Central is supposed to have a good defense and put a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Good secondary, too.
Right, but Merrillville does have a pretty big line, so it should be interesting. Mackey wants to get in motion. 3rd and 6, 4.5 minutes left. They keep it on the ground of the Story. He fights for yards, but I think he stopped short of the first down.
Good hard run there. He turned around backwards, and he still kept the feet moving to get a couple extra yards. He got 5. He should have gotten more than 2 or 3 on that play.
Stop short of the first down. Looks like it's 4th and 1 on a long 1 yard.
I don't think they're kicking.
Looks like they're going to go for it. They're bringing the ball from the line.
Here comes Bill Spurlock, number 32, and that usually means the power offense.
Merrillville, this is what they did against Brandon in the second half. They warm up with this offense. You got the right side. Story usually runs that right side. Good tackle. He maybe stopped short.
Lake Central
takes over. Give credit to Sean Seidel. He came up in the secondary to make the tackle. When we come back, Central will have the ball. 1st and 10. A lot of Lake Central fans here tonight, and they're really whooping it up after a big defensive play by the Central defense, particularly Sean Seidel. And now on offense, they pick up 12 yards, taking the first down. That was great, just bursting through the Merrillville defense for a first down.
Britton's not usually known for his powerful running. He's more of a quick back, but there he shows you some strength running up the gut of Merrillville defense.
Britton had 119 carries throughout the year for 568 yards and 2 touchdowns. Again, right in the middle is Britton. He breaks in the middle of the secondary and runs all the way down to the 45-yard line. And Central right at the gut.
Well, they're showing you the power they have on the offensive line. Everybody in the area knows they've had it. They've done it to all the other teams they've played. And right now they're doing it to Merrillville. The defense of the Pirates has to be a little let down if they got stopped back there. And Lakeville's taking it to them.
Give it to Britton again. This time the Merrillville defense stops him. Like to remind you, this first quarter is brought to you in part by Gift Conspiracy, located at 1205 West US 38 in Merrillville. Mention that and get a haircut at an unbeatable price of $7. This week only, so call Gift Conspiracy at 769-1311 today. Once again, that number is 769-1311. Second and 9 for Lake Central. Evans pitches it out. Flag down on the play. And Lake Central gets close to the first down.
I think it's coming back, John.
Looks like the flag is going against Lake Central.
That was Kevin Norbert-Towitz. Lake Central has so many backs, they shuffle them in and out. Coach Britton says a lot of them are on the track team. They've all got good speed. But again, in the first quarter, 4 penalties on Lake Central already. It's hard to believe they're undefeated with the penalties they commit. It shows just the talent that they really have on offense.
Indeed, a strong offense. In that game, you mentioned Griffin, they fell behind early by 10 points, but they came storming back and won that game 30-10. Of course, they have the highest scoring team in the area. They average 31 points per game.
That was called holding.
Evans rolls out to his right, looking downfield. He has the receiver open. Off his pads. He's just getting into it. That was Leo Schiller. Came out of the backfield, but couldn't quite get into it.
That's a beautiful counter play. They had everyone including us up here. Nice pass by Britton. Number 11, Leo Schiller, just couldn't hold on to it.
Once again, a yellow flag comes onto the field. This one's going again against Lake Central. I don't think Merrillville's had a penalty yet. Lake Central's up to about 5 now.
Unbelievable.
This is the first quarter. 2:16 left. Not what you want to do in a sectional game when you're ranked 4th and you're playing the number 9th ranked team in the state.
And even though it's an incomplete pass, I know Merrillville's going to take it. They'll probably end up taking most every penalty against Lake Central. I feel like that's one of the best ways to stop them.
After the big run by Britton to come all the way down to Merrillville 45, Lake Central has gone in reverse. Now it's...
I think that was an eligible man downfield for a loss of down. Yeah, Eric pointed that out. He's right.
3rd and 26, they have it in. Wide open. Could be a touchdown. Number 23, Frank goes all the way. He's quickly going to go defense. And Evans did it. Perfect pass right into it. That's not what Merrillville wanted, Eric. 3rd and 26, looked like they had him stopped. But Evans found his receiver open in the secondary.
Yeah, sure, there's a lot of speed. 14 catches here, 319 yards, 1 touchdown. That was a nice slam right across the middle. Evans doing a beautiful job passing so far. He's connected on a perfect strike.
Well, he just doubled the amount of touchdowns that he had all year, and that sure was a big one. Lake Central for the extra point, and they get it. So with 2:05 left in the first quarter, Lake Central has turned Merrillville to take a 7-0 lead. Stay with it.
Well, that's something to watch.
Welcome back. Lake Central has jumped out 7-0. Merrillville has just had their first penalty against them. It was on the extra point attempt. So Lake Central will be able to scoot up 10 yards and check that, make it 15 yards.
I believe the extra point was kicked by Tom Ryba. The regular kicker for Lake Central, same as I believe Bob Dustin, he is out. He has an injury. He will not kick tonight. And Coach Britt was holding the announcement who was going to kick until just before game. Obviously, Ryba, one of the linebackers, did a fine job on that extra point. Got the kick and drew the penalty.
If it comes down to be a close game, that could make a difference, especially getting into the situation of a field goal, or even a pressure situation on an extra point. Right, they would indeed kick off here, so I'm sure they got the extra point. Lake Central fans whooping it up. Right, make sure his team's set. Good off the kick. Looks like Fortune's going to take it. And he's out about the 17-yard line. Not good field position. Only 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Well, Merrillville only twice this year has been down 7-0. That was in the Andrean game, and last week in the LaPorte game. Andrean, they came back to win. LaPorte, they suffered a discouraging loss. Well, I'm anxious to see what happens right here.
That touchdown pass from Evans was 71 yards. Had to shock the Merrillville defense and see how the other offense responds. High backfield. And he's destroyed that and to the left. And the Lake Central defense equal to that pass. Merrillville ran to the left side where they had been going up the middle or to the right all night. And he wasn't too effective going to the left on that play.
Yes, Stephen Dell and Bill Bryce are good quality linemen. That Lake Central line is just so big, though. They're going to have trouble tonight.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for Merrillville. Wide receivers make one motion. Pitch out to the right side. And the Lake Central defense following it up. They're starting to key on Story. I think Merrillville has to mix it up a little bit more. Not just running right, but put the ball up in the air.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if Corcoran goes to the air and look for number 88, Mike Mackey.
That's the same thing.
He's been a awesome target and hit 6'3", 210. He's got 4.5 speed.
Got excellent hands doing it. Might be something they can catch Lake Central not looking for because they really haven't used them that much this year. 3rd and 9, let's see, go to the air. Now they can conserve the offense by Merrillville. They keep the story on the ground. Lake Central should end up with field position. Only 35 seconds left in the first quarter.
14 carries, 33 yards so far for Brian Story. And I, like you, was surprised that especially when there is behind him, it seems to have died down a little bit now. But they did throw the ball here. I think they've run 15 plays scrimmage now, all rushing plays so far.
At that rate, by the end of tonight, Brian Story would end up with 56 carries. A lot of work in the first quarter for the young man. There's the punt. Looks like it's going to take a more bounce. It does. Taken by Lake Central. And he breaks through the Merrillville offense. One man to stop him, and he does. Without that tackle by number 78, Louis Lopez, who did it. Seidel would have been down the sidelines, and Merrillville would have been up by 2 touchdowns.
Lopez, the Merrillville kicker, he did a good job on that play. He's a defensive lineman, and he showed you his speed right there.
So Lake Central has the ball. 1st and 10 at Merrillville. 35-yard line. It looks like we have in the first quarter. Over to the crowd. We're very appreciative of the fact that the Indians are up 7-0. We'll be back for second quarter action. Stay with it. Great field position on the run back by Seldell. 1st and 10 at Merrillville 35. Britton going up the middle. Looks like he got about 6 yards on the carry. Maybe they mark about 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
And they're really going. They're doing pretty much what they want on offense. I'm still trying to figure out what they did, what Costuras did on that long touchdown bomb. I believe it was 61 yards, not quite 71. But what they did to get the safety, the Merrillville safety out of the middle of the field on 3rd down and 26.
Very surprising. Britton once again carrying Bryson with the Merrillville team with him. He fights for possible first down yardage. Yes, indeed, he did get the first down. Britton looking very strong in that play.
Merrillville secondary had a little bit of trouble last week against Ford, against the pass. And I wouldn't be surprised at all to see some changes back there.
First and 10, Lake Central looking very effective on offense. Having to get Britton executing the play. Merrillville's having a problem with. Britton gets down about the 10-yard line. They haven't really run outside much. They're testing the middle of the Merrillville Pirate defense. They're running right in the middle of them and like a handoff to Britton.
And they're doing absolutely whatever they want on the offensive line. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Merrillville timeout here just to try to slow Lake Central down.
First and 10 is the first and goal with them. Britton once again. No, my mistake. I got fooled on the opposite end that one. Come to Merrillville, goes to the outside, and it's a touchdown for Lake Central. That time they went to the outside, possibly catching the Merrillville defense by surprise. They get Britton down the middle.
Well, they surely had set it up well. Up the middle, around the end. They hit the big play down the middle. I have to admit, I had not seen Lake Central all year until this game, and I'm very impressed. Except for the penalties, you've got to be impressed so far here in the first period and minute.
Well, Merrillville looked pretty strong in their first drive. However, Lake Central stopped them, and ever since it's been all Indians. Right, they get to the point. Indians are up by 14, and they'll be back. The big 14-point lead over Merrillville, who is ranked 9th. I'd like to remind you that the second quarter is being brought to you in part by Melines. Before next Friday's game, stop in and enjoy the homemade taste of Melines fish and chickens. On Saturdays, take in their hot barbecue and lamb while you watch the games on the giant screen TV at Melines at 51st and Broadway in Glen Park.
And John, after that 29-yard punt return by Sedell, Merrillville went Lake Central went 34 yards and just 4 plays. And again, they're doing it very easily at this point.
Right the kickoff, it's a low line drive. Bounces by Ford, and they get it. And along the 15, and let's get back to about the 19-20-yard line.
Good coverage by the Lake Central kickoff team. The special team's been doing a fine job so far in this game.
Should be interesting to see how Coach Franco Shea runs his offense on this series of downs. They've been very conservative so far, just keep the ball on the ground. They're down by 14-9. You think they have to mix it a little here, not necessarily open it up, but just a little more variety. First and 10. Corkin steps under major. Hand up to Delgado up the middle. His second carry of the night. Looks like he gets about 3 yards.
Well, Franco Shea doesn't like to play catch-up football. Where he has to throw a lot. He always has a story back there. He likes to eat up the clock a lot, running story in the middle. So I'm just gonna sit back here and see if they throw a pass.
Yeah, they are getting some rain. It doesn't look like anyone has slipped yet. Field doesn't seem to be a factor. Second and 7. Nagy wants to get in motion. Split receivers from Merrillville, but they can keep on the ground again, and this time Story breaks a couple of tackles and gets the first down. Sidell making the tackle.
Strong run there by Story. Most backs would have been stopped at the line. They did have hands on him, but he broke through, made a nice spin, picked up 8 for the first down. This is their second possession for Merrillville. They are moving the ball. They run 17 plays without throwing a pass, but they are moving the ball. The only way they're going to take the crowd, which is kind of lively right now, and the Merrillville defense was enthusiastic. The Lake Central defense was enthusiastic out of the game. The only way they're going to get out of the game is to control the ball. That's their game. That's what they have to do.
That's what they need to give their defense a rest too. Corkin goes first pass. They do have the screen set up to go on the left side. It looks like he gets about 5 yards. Same though they did go in the air. Very conservative play, but a good call. Give Corkin some confidence after all those interceptions last week.
That's the second time I've seen Hidalgo do that, though. He had blockers in front of him, and he outran the blockers. That play could have broken for 15-20 down the left sideline, but he was anxious.
Of course, the other one was against Green, which he did televise. He had 2 blockers in front of him right about the 5-yard line. Tried to outrun him and make it in the end zone. Sophomore was stopped short. Second and 5 here. They give up the middle this time to Hidalgo, and he goes for the first down. Hidalgo gets a lot of action on the ground.
Yeah, I think the Lake Central defense is keying so much on Story. They're getting him out the other aspects of Merrillville offense. So they're using Story. They use him right there on a little counter play. Then they fake the pitch to Story, turn it into Hidalgo, and picks up some good yardage.
First and 10 for Merrillville. They're at their own 45-yard line. That game comes in motion. He's done that practically every play tonight. And there's a flag on the play. I don't know if Merrillville took too much time or exactly what. Illegal motion against Pirates. Back it up 5, make it first and 15.
That's a lot of men on the defensive line right there. I think the Merrillville offensive lineman got a little anxious and apparently jumped off on the legal motion.
There are questions about the Merrillville offense. In their first 3 games, they averaged 32 points a game. And in the first four, in the second half of the season, they averaged only 12 points a game. Now, to be honest, the last 4 weeks, they played Valparaiso and Drano Hobart and LaPorte a lot tougher than Crown Point, Justin, Portage, and Michigan City Rogers.
And the game against Drano, which they did score 22 points, it was horrible field conditions. Mud was everywhere. Sorry, big game this time. First and 15, Story got about 10 yards. He was down. Good call by the ref.
Yeah, I thought so too. The ground can't cause a fumble. You hear that so much. But you saw a real good example of it right there. Story running very hard, single-handedly keeping the Pirates in the game right now.
He got 12 yards on that one, marked it 2nd and 3. Under Brian Story had 217 carries for 1,113 yards and 12 touchdowns. So he is the bulk of the Merrillville offense. Of course, a lot of that's due to the big offensive line, which throws a lot of blocks for him. Second and 3, 77 left in the half, and yet another flag. I think this was going against Merrillville. Or they're pointing against Central.
No.
And it is against Central. That'll be a first down. Offside with the Indian defense. Penalties continue to be a thorn in the side for Elmer Britton and Lake Central Indians.
Lake Central is such a powerful team. I think if they reduce penalties, I don't think anyone would be capable of beating them.
First and 10 for the Pirates. They're at Lake Central's 43-yard line. Corker going to the air. He's got his man open. One a little bit behind him, and he just not hanging into it. That was number 81, Bob Stewart, running the slant pattern.
He saw a lot of action at the beginning here. But towards the end of the year, he hasn't. I don't think he's caught many balls at all. Either Corker hasn't gone to him enough, or Story's getting the ball quite often.
Yeah, but Johnny Jordan put the ball right there that time. Hey, you got to catch that ball if you're going to move the ball consistently.
You may have heard footsteps there. Mackey comes in motion, second and 10. Corker going there, second consecutive time. Downfield again for Stewart. Makes the catch and inbounds. Stewart back, got extra catch on that one. All the way down to Lake Central's 44-yard line.
That was a beautiful move by Bob Stewart, cutting inside. He faked the defensive back from Lake Central. Beautifully wide open. Corker ball right there. Good yardage on the play.
He ate up the defender on that play. He faked him into the center of the field and made a nice catch. Must have gotten his feet in bounds that far side from where we're watching. I couldn't tell, but the referee could. He ruled it clear.
I thought he was going to get out of bounds. The ref was right on the play. Stewart had a lot of speed. He didn't take the defender deep and then just cut it back. Deuce backfield, they're split. Corker for the third straight time, he was just shot past Story. That's normal. Incomplete pass because he shot to the floor. Mark, we seen that play last week, and I remember you saying very distinctly that it's a very safe play. It's hard to turn over.
Yeah, it looks like it's a chancey play, but there's almost no way a lineman's going to intercept that ball, and once it hits the ground, it's an incompletion, and no problem, start over the line of scrimmage.
Story would have hung on to that when he would have had a 5-yard gain.
I like that call. The Merrillville play calling in this drive has been outstanding.
So after being a little bit conservative, Coach Franklin has opened up his offense. He's down by 14. I think he needs to do that. Second and 10. 7.5 minutes left in the first half. Corker going downfield, looking for Mackey. Incomplete pass. Sean Seidel came up with it, but I was saying he got down on the first top. He can play first base for the Central defense with a soup like that.
You can't blame Mackey on that one. He was double covered, had to stretch for the ball. It would have been a great catch had he caught it.
Not a bad pass by Corker. He did play that one practically the only spot he could have for Mackey to come up with the catch and head up double coverage. It's right to the needle. Third and 10. Let's see if Merrillville goes to the air once again.
10th play of this drive.
Lake Central 24. He is looking for Stewart. This time he catches the man across the middle. A vicious tackle. Look at that first down.
I like that call. He came right back. Stewart dropped it. He came right back with the same play, and he caught it the second time. Showing great confidence in the receiver and the quarterback.
The senior, Sean Seidel, had a vicious tackle stopping Stewart almost instant. Seidel was senior, he's 6'2", 176 pounds. First and 10. Corcoran draws back. It's a drop play to Story. Great call. Story deep around inside the 5-yard line. Very close to Pater, but it looks like he got short a couple of yards.
George Elvanja made the tackle, saving a touchdown. You're right, you called it. Great call. The Merrillville play calling outstanding on this drive. Several plays that you didn't see the first 2 times they had the ball.
And you see number 77 and 67. Mike Cross and Jeff White come in short yardage for Lake Central.
The measuring for first down. If not, it would be second and goal, or second and 2. If he did get it, he's just short, inches away. Here you see the rush showing us just how far. It looked very close.
Brian Story unofficially 17 carries, 63 yards.
I don't think a down really makes that much difference. Second down, inches to go, or first down, and 2 feet to go.
Well, you've got to play the killer, play the burn almost. You might see a pass to Mackey or maybe the wide receiver Stewart. It's worked so well on that slant.
You might see Corcoran keep it on a play action fake. They brought in their extra back. This is where you see Story run behind the 2 of those guys. No surprises, and he's into the end zone. No guessing, Franco Shades does something fancy, right up the middle and get on the board. And they do. Brian Story, I hope that doesn't jinx Merrillville. That's his 13th touchdown of the year.
Last week was the first game that Story had been held out of the end zone. I think that's true. He did not score against LaPorte. I believe that first game this year he has not scored a touchdown. Yeah, that's right.
It was only the second time that he had been held under 100 yards. Merrillville for the extra point. In by inches, it just barely squeaks over. That would have been a big miss. However, Merrillville does convert it with 6:45 left in the half. With the Central's lead in half. It's now 14-7. For the mark. They did get the touchdown. That was a key drive for them.
And you got to keep in mind, they began the drive at their own 20-yard line. 12 plays, 80 yards, down 14-0 in a playoff game on the road. Very impressive drive. And again, I've got to go back to the play calling by Frank O'Shea. I know he's calling them down there. And we saw some outstanding calls.
And at the time, the Lake Central fans were very much in the game. Lake Central defense very up. Momentum seemed to be on Lake Central side, but Merrillville just came right back. Britton takes the kick, and brings it all the way out to about the 30-yard line. First and 10 at their own 30.
Special teams again for Lake Central. Beginning the ball about the 15-yard line, and on punts, Lake Central has been covering very well. And again, that's part of the football game. Very important part of this game.
In that first quarter, 118 total yards for Lake Central, just 48 for Merrillville, but Merrillville's made it up with that 80-yard drive here in the second period.
Of course, a big chunk of that Lake Central came on that 61-yard pass from Evans. Winning it up the middle. Looks like about 4 yards on the there. Looks like it was Britton. Second and 6 for the Indians. Steps in, screen in the backfield for the Indians this time. However, they send him in motion. Britton gets it running to the outside to his left. He gets pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Looks like he got first down. Will depend on the marking.
Yeah, he does. Good balance showed there by Britton. He's carried 9 times so far in the game, and quickly totaling it up, he's got 88 yards. So he's the top gainer in the game so far.
course, he's had a couple of big runs up the middle of the Merrillville defense. He picked up that first down there.
His running ability might be overlooked sometimes because he has such big buddies up front. You know, he's got those huge boys.
Once again, man, it's a foot race now. They catch him, but the Merrillville's all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a free stopped by number 48 of Merrillville, Phil Michaels.
Phil Michaels has been overlooked all season. He's been a regular starter for the Merrillville linebacker corps. And he's showing you they're pretty quick right there, running around Britton.
Great play by Michael there to bring it down. Of course, a great run by Britton, but that play could have gone for a touchdown. Now the Pirates do have a chance to stop him. And keep in mind, Lake Central does not have their regular field goal kicker.
Britton having an excellent game, though. He must be close to about 130 yards at this point. Flying in the play. The way the play called going for the I'm sure that was against Lake Central. It looks like they win motion. That'll come back. 1st and 15. I'd like to remind you that the second quarter is brought to you in part by Beeline. Before next Friday's game, stop in and enjoy the homemade taste of Beeline fish and chicken dinners. And on Saturday, why don't you just go right back there, take in their hot barbecued lamb while you watch the games on the giant screen TV at Beeline at First and Broadway in Lynn Park.
David Britton, 10 carries, 137 yards already. But you see why that stop by Michael is so key. It gives Lake Central a chance to self-destruct, which I guess the only way they would ever lose.
Well, however, if you look back, like you mentioned earlier, they have had a lot of penalties, but they've always been able to overcome them. But you have to wonder when that's going to catch up with them. 1st and 15, 5:40 left.
Guess what?
Third game is with, I don't know what time for. This is what the referees call. Going back to Britton, you said he may be able to look at the big offense. That stat, you see 119 carries for 568 yards. Basically, that's not a hope, but he has him.
Yeah, I think he fractured fibula is the medical one of his legs. And he was going with that 1,000 yards.
Well, before we get to that playoff, the Merrillville Pirates called a timeout. We'll come back after this. After the timeout by Merrillville. Evans going to the area, it's been open, and it's a touchdown. Excellent pass by Evans to number 1, jumping Johnny Boone, and he comes up with a touchdown.
Really right there, pointing by Evans. Effective in the Lake Central receiver's hands.
It was definitely a timing pattern. Evans seen Boone go off and locked it up, and he came down with it.
I would guess that's why they call him Jumping Johnny Boone. They threw it out there, and he out-jumped Ted Pickett, who was the Merrillville defender there. Pickett jumped too soon.
And Central gets the extra point up, and it's good. They regained their 14-point lead. It's 21-7. 5:43 left in the second half. Lake Central back to a big 14-point lead. They're up 21-7. Right when we kick off. A high kick. This time he gets his foot into it. All the way back to Merrillville's 10-yard line. Good return, though. All the way out to the 32-yard line. Or 31-yard line. Merrillville will have the ball 1st and 10.
John, that was the 5th touchdown pass for Johnny Boone. He caught pass reception for 16, 20, 17, 51 yards.
We mentioned that Lake Central is about to kicker. Might make an extra point. 17. Marker rolls out his left. He takes it field. Up 10 yards.
Good for getting in.
Set up he moves from right to left. Two wires.
That was Sulik, the nose guard, Joe Sulik, and he showed great speed getting through the line to get to Corkin before he could get the ball away. Lake Central is spreading their defensive linemen very wide. They obviously feel they have the center of the line controlled, and they're just worried about the off tackle and the wide plays.
Joe Sulik, only 108 stopped Corkin from completing the slant pattern to Stewart. They put double coverage in the Merrillville line.
call to get this team legitimate, and he might have a question on that one right there.
He's going to beat one. That was a good one there. 3rd and 11. Merrillville keeps the ball on the ground. Story picks up a couple, but not near enough for the first down. And Merrillville will have to once again punt the ball to Lake Central, who already has a big 14-point lead. And if they go up here with just how dominating they've been in the second half, it could be tough for Merrillville to come back.
Lopez back again to punt. Him and Corkin have been switching off towards the year on the punting assignment.
We come back to the first and 10 at Merrillville's yard line, and they are a 14-point lead.
Johnson had a chance to kick the ball. He beat some ends coming in for Lake Central, but I guess he figured at that point he had to run for the first down, and the tackle was made by Joe Sulik, the nose guard.
Even if you would have gotten kicked off, it would have come back with 2 men downfield, but it would have been better than having the ball at your own 30-yard line.
Get a wall from Merrillville here, definitely. 7 more, and you're down 21 at the half. That's almost too much to overcome, especially the way Lake Central's playing fence. I think they're almost allowing Story to get his yards, but trying to protect against the big plays. They don't feel that Merrillville is a big play team. They're a grind-out team, and they're willing to let them grind it out because they have a solid lead.
Very interesting you bring it up, because in talking to Coach Franco Shea the other day, asking him for the key of the game, well, first the key was that they had more points, which is obvious. But going more in depth, he said the big key was going to be the big play and not making the mistakes, not beating themselves, but creating that the big play. Of course, they have done that with the 61-yard touchdown pass, a couple of turn by side down. First 10, again, the break behind left side, a lot of blocking. Wooden scampers 30 yards on the first play from scrimmage. The Pirates needed to stop them, and brambles into the end zone. A big
unbelievable. All you can say is unbelievable. 27 points is the most scored on Merrillville all year. After the Crown came 28-27 in overtime, Merrillville from that point on only allowed 37 points for the rest of the year. Well, 51 points for the rest of the season. And now Lake Central is 28.
Steve Smith gets the extra point, his 4th of the night, and he has a big 28-27 lead. Merrillville will get the ball back, 3:54 left in the first half. 21-point lead. They're up 28-7. 3:54 left in the first half.
Britton's an outstanding runner, but you got to compliment that Lake Central offensive line. They've just been doing a job with Merrillville's defense. I'd assume that there's going to be some changes in the
Mel Britton up about 160 yards right now. You have to compliment his offense. He hasn't yet to break too many tackles. Kick off, and then nothing going right for Merrillville.
Touchback.
Corkin goes back and
Automatic touchback.
it's automatic touchback.
Yeah, I think he was confused there that he had to run that ball out. He did not. It was a bump into the end zone. You're right, 167 yards for David Britton. I don't know what the Lake Central school record is, but he seems to be on his way to that.
3:52 left in this game, in the first half. Merrillville just
bombing away, Central can get into the 60s. They've got to just try to move the ball with the plays they run, not plays that Lake Central run, which would be the long passes.
The big plays might even kill them, because you would think they'd want to run control offense, but if you can keep the Lake Central offense off the field, let their defense rest and recuperate. Second.
This game.
Why he just got a big game? Deep.
And they're kind of the embarrassment of riches.
High backfield for the Pirates. Story of the deep man. Fakes it. When the time Corkin rolls his right through him, he just overthrew him. He had Bob Stewart wide open on the right side, but I don't think he's seen him.
Merrillville's got to put some points on the board halftime if they want to be in 1 point down. Number 4 is the ranked team. I think it's possible for them to come forward.
But like you compare in the second half, Lake Central has outscored opponents 113.
Recede, good cuts.
And the sideline, I think, a late hit penalty on the defensive back for Lake Central. Stewart got shoved out of bounds pretty hard, but no call on the play.
Hard for us to tell from our vantage point because that is the far side of the field for us. First and 10. Story wasn't in the backfield there. Corkin under pressure and he's down. Flag is also down with that one. Corkin very upset. There may be a face mask on that one.
No doubt about it. Dickelman got his face mask. He went over and Corkin ducked under him, and then when he reached back, he definitely pulled a face mask. The Lake Central crowd doesn't like it, but there was no doubt about it.
Very good move by Corkin. He shows his agility. Dickelman was all over him. He did duck under him like you said, but...
Oh, 15 yards. I'm not sure if I'm going to show my ignorance of college and pro rules. They don't have the option.
It's automatic 15. I don't think they have the unintentional 5-yard or even 10-yard face masking.
Big break for Merrillville now. First down and 1.5. They've still got time to score. If they cut it to 28-14, this is still a ball game.
Story back in there. They take him out on that play. First and 1. 2:40 left in the first half. We give it to Hidalgo, and Hidalgo rips through the Lake Central line.
Look at him go.
The sophomore.
There's that counterplay we saw before, using Story as a decoy, as a pitch, turns inside, hands it off to Hidalgo, and we've seen that quite often throughout the game.
I've seen Merrillville play 2 other games this year, Eric, and they don't seem to use Hidalgo that much, but tonight they're letting him run a lot up the middle.
He's a strong runner, and he's always there if you need him.
2 minutes and 20 seconds left. They have the ball. First and 10 at the 23-yard line. Corkin rolling to his right. Plenty of time to pass. Now he's going to run with it. Good play by John Corkin on that one. He steps up about 7 or 8 yards. He dropped back, waiting for his receivers to go out in the pattern. No one appeared to be open, so he took the safe play, gained 7 or 8 yards on the ground.
He's not a very fast runner, but he's very shifty, and he seems to do quite well in eluding the Lake Central defenders.
I'll tell you, Dickelman is a tremendous hitter, too. When he gets to you, he really lays out some punishment.
Second and 4 for the Pirates. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. Story on its run. Number 69 for Lake Central. Joe Schulich. Him and Dickelman each had 60 tackles apiece. They were leading the Indians. They stopped Story on that one. They gave him a loss of a couple yards. 3rd and 7 for Merrillville. 1:34 left in the first half. We'll be back after this.
This is 3,000.
3rd and 7. 1:34 left in the half. They're down by 21 points. Let's see if they go to the air. Corkin scrambles, big rush, and he throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, I got to agree with that call.
Flag on the penalty.
DeVries brought down Story, and the ball was nowhere near him. Now, you could say that ball was not catchable, but DeVries did interfere. There's no question.
Let's see how they call it.
Defensive holding, yeah, the same thing.
And that carries an automatic first down.
Yeah, actually, it's not the same thing, because it is an automatic first down.
Lake Central just having problems keeping the flag in the ref's pocket tonight. They've a lot of infractions against them tonight, and sooner or later you got to believe that's going to catch up with them. Possibly not tonight, but maybe when they go farther down, you know, if they advance past tonight, looking down the road, just speculating at this point. But against tougher competition, you just can't afford those mistakes.
That's their 8th penalty of the first half.
First and 10 for Merrillville. Minute and a half left. Courtesy of Lake Central on the penalty. Good catch by the Merrillville receiver. That was
Maggie, the tight end.
84, John Lee.
Excuse me, you're right. He didn't get much, only gain of 2. That might be the best catch of the night. That and Johnny Boone down here in the other corner of the end zone. Nice reach out of the ball. Corkin throws the ball a lot better than frankly I thought he did. He couldn't have thrown it too well last week, but tonight he's sharp.
Second and goal from the 6. Hidalgo on the counter play. They run that play before to that air, and they run it there with a minute left in the half, and they score. Good play.
Very important to score. Now they're only 4. If they make that point, they'll be 14 down. That's a totally big difference than 21 points down.
And in addition to scoring that touchdown, they ran the clock all the way down to 59 seconds. So Lake Central won't have that much time when they get the ball back.
Big play on the left side of the line by Stephen Nell and Bill Bryce. They opened up quite a big hole. Was just to trot through there.
Big momentum builder for the Indians. Or for the Pirates. And the Fish, no problem with this kick. Right in there. They're cutting Lake Central's lead in the half. It's 28-14. 28-14 after a 6-yard counter play to Hidalgo.
Here's an interesting point, John. The 14 points are the most scored against Lake Central this year. That's how dominant they've been. The previous high was 13. Lake Central beat Calumet at 38-13.
Onside kick by Merrillville. Very risky call. Very surprised that they called that. Not even close to recovering it. Lake Central now have excellent field position with 58 seconds left.
It must sound like I'm a member of the Frank O'Shea fan club, but I like that call too. You're down 14. Lake Central does not have that much time, although they can score quickly. They don't have that much time to go down the field. If Merrillville could get that ball and go in, then they really tighten the game up. And they don't really give Lake Central that many chances to score here. 50 seconds left when the ball snaps.
However, they do have their timeouts left. Evans going to keep it rolling to himself. Lopez chasing him. He gets away and he runs to the outside, not having to use his timeout. He picks up the first down. I was looking for a flag on late hit, but
I was too, frankly.
Good run by Evans. He did a good job getting out of bounds to stop the clock there. Very important Lake Central at this point.
I thought Lopez was going to catch him in the middle of the field, but he showed his speed, outran Lopez, and then got by number 43, Todd Gill, to get out of bounds.
Evans has run 2 times now for 20 yards.
43 seconds left. Evans rolls to his right. Big rush. Look out. He throws it up for grabs. Nearly intercepted. Incomplete pass. And the clock runs down to 37 seconds left. And 3 Pirates up off of Evans.
Evans just got crushed by J.B. Richards, Phil Sobchak, and Jerry Corkin. Barely seen Jerry Corkin in the Merrillville backfield. That's a change. He's a very aggressive player. Good special teams player. And I think they put him in there just for his aggressiveness and the way he can hit.
And that's a play that junior Mark Evans should not have made. He just threw that ball up. If there's a way to get Merrillville back in the game, that was it. Had that pass been intercepted, it could have been run back a long way because Evans was the only guy back on that side of the field who could have made a tackle.
And with 3 Pirates on him, I don't think he would have.
They brought it back. He had other things to do.
Hand off to Britton, and he gets big yardage. Once again, I think it's important to remember that Lake Central's right there. Field kicker is not here tonight. They have Steve Smith, I believe he plays for the JV team. He's not listed on the roster. He has kicked 4 extra points tonight, but I'd have to question his distance. Indians have called a timeout to stop the clock. 29 seconds left.
185 yards rushing for David Britton. And he's just been doing an outstanding job. And he gets a little water from one of the ball girls. 185 yards rushing. He looks like the smallest guy out there. You got a shot at him on the field. And he's not. He's a very small boy, and especially next to his teammates who just tower above him.
You mentioned it earlier tonight that we don't know what the record is for Lake Central in postseason play, but 185 yards already in the first half is just phenomenal.
There's been a lot of missed tackles on Merrillville's part. People getting hands in there, not really sticking the runner. We saw that last week when Merrillville played LaPorte. LaPorte, on the other hand, was a good hitting team. Their defense, if they hit you once, that's how they stop scoring a lot. One guy only tackle him. Right here in Merrillville, 2, 3 guys are having to tackle him, and you can't have that when you're playing a caliber team such as Lake Central.
In addition, he has had some very strong blocks at the line. He hasn't really been hit at the point at the line, and he gets his momentum built up, and it's that much tougher to stop a running back like him. He's very, very short, stocky. He runs very close to the ground. Tough to tackle once he gets momentum going. Evans throws for the side. Looks like he's going number...
That was going for Chris again.
Yeah.
I guess he thought if he could get the ball, he could make a one-on-one move, maybe get the score there, and the pass a little bit underthrown by Evans.
Of course, Castro had the big 61-yard touchdown earlier from Evans when he put the Merrillville defense down the middle on a 3rd and 26 play. You have to wonder where the Pirate defense was on that one.
Especially that offensive line of Lake Central. They're doing an outstanding job. Mike Frost and Jeff White, 270 and 240. Those are some big boys up there on that line. And they're agile also. White plays basketball. And he's got very quick.
Okay, Johnny Boone's got single coverage on the wide side.
But they give it to Britton, and he runs right through the middle of the line, and he rambles all the way down to the 5-yard line. They're marking about the 7-yard line. 19 seconds left in the half. Evans looking to the sideline, asking his coach what he should do, and now they signal for a timeout. So Lake Central uses the second time of the drive. They're at the 7-yard line. Britton running right at the heart of the Merrillville defense.
It's just unbelievable. 13 carries, 207 yards. That is just an unofficial estimate on my part, but I am keeping track. He is right at 200 yards or over it officially. I know it. 207 yards for the first touch. It's incredible, even for a high school player.
Especially when you're playing the number 9th ranked team in the state, who has had a very incredible defense.
Oh, no question about it. They've allowed only 768 yards rushing. Merrillville's allowed only 768 yards rushing all season long. LaPorte thought they did well against Merrillville last week. They gained 226 yards. And you've got Britton out there who's already at the 200 mark.
Yeah, if you take away those 226 yards, that defense looks even stronger against the run.
True.
And you have the fact that they're coming over a big emotional win against Hobart, so they had a letdown against LaPorte, especially when the game was at LaPorte.
But the key factor here, Lake Central really only has 3 plays, I would think, in 19 seconds to get in the end zone. Doesn't matter what down it is. They're at the 7-yard line. They've got to score in 3 plays. And that's Merrillville's hope here. If they can turn away these 3 plays, they can go in at half down 14. You're down 14 in the playoff game, you're in no way out of it.
In the first possession of the game, the Merrillville Pirates stopped Lake Central on 3 plays, and they punted. But then Lake Central was able to drive. Flag on the field. This will be a big call. Let's see who it goes against. Toss to the right side of the Lake Central offense who's jumping.
Well, those penalties just stick like glue to Lake Central, don't they? That's their 9th of the first half. And they're dominating the game, and they've drawn 9 penalties.
You have to wonder where they'd be if it wasn't for the penalty. Of course, the big penalty, as far as I'm concerned, was when they hit Story, the holding play, gave him first 10. Without that penalty, I doubt very highly if Merrillville would have won for it, 4th and 7. They probably would have kicked the field goal.
So Lake Central again trying to overcome their main enemy, which has been themselves most of the season. Just a tremendous amount of penalty yardage. It's amazing they have the record they do with the penalty yardage that they've drawn.
I'd like to remind you that the second quarter is brought to you in part by Milan. Before next Friday's game, stop in and enjoy the homemade taste of Milan's fish and chicken dinner. On Saturdays, go right back and take in hot barbecue lamb while you watch the games on the Giants free TV at Milan at 51st and Broadway, England Park.
There is a question here of the clock. The last play started with 19 seconds left on the illegal procedure. A second ran off the clock, and I think that the Lake Central coaching staff is quite rightfully questioning whether that second should be put back on. And I think it is going to be put back up there.
Looks like we're gonna have to wait until they run the clock down.
I was just checking out Lake Central from last year. And I believe they drew over 700 yards in penalties last season, too. I'm not sure. I'd like to ask you guys, what would you attribute that to, a team that draws so many penalties and obviously has great talent? I mean, you could say they draw a lot of penalties, they're badly coached, but obviously they're not badly coached because they're 8-0 and number 4 in state.
Possibly because they have such a versatile offense and they're going at different counts One play they're running, next play they're passing, they got the pitch. They run a lot of different sets on offense, so I would say 3 or 4 of the penalties tonight have been on the offensive line jumping off, firing off. So it's hard to say what one single thing it would be.
I think they're just aggressive. They have so much athletic talent. They're so
down to 9 seconds. A smart play by the Merrillville defender there. Instead of trying to pick up the ball and run it the other way, he just made sure that the Lake Central guy wasn't going to get it. So he just hit him, snapping him in the ball in one motion.
Lake Central somehow got that ball back.
And they used their final timeout. 9 seconds left in the first half.
Well, you got to give a lot of credit there to Mike Ruska, the offensive tackle. Got back down there and got down on that ball because there were a lot more Merrillville people than there were Indians.
Should be interesting to see if they run a little play and then go for the field goal. That's exactly what they do.
They started on the 5-yard line. Chance to score. Now they're back up to their 25.
So you see that saving tackle on the run by Britton where he got down to the 7-yard line. The last Merrillville man stopped him. I'm not sure just who it was, but that saving tackle down there at the 7 has almost totally stymied Lake Central here. Again, I keep harping on it, but the only team that stopped Lake Central is Lake Central. They were down to the 7. They lose 5 on the penalty. They lose 14 on the reverse. And now they're out of field goal position. They pretty much got to throw the ball in the end zone.
9 seconds left. It's been very effective running Britton up the middle when Merrillville least expects it. That would seem the case there, but he doesn't make it in the end zone. The first half is ended.
I want to see if Merrillville double covers Johnny Boone here on the wide side. If the Indians have a trick play, this is where they're going to run it.
Merrillville not having 2 men in the secondary. Evans drops back, looking at his right. Big rush. Evans is pounded, unable to get the pass off.
43, Todd Gill. Middle linebacker, he's doing an excellent job there.
Gill coming in the blitz, not giving Evans much time to set up. Just buried him.
You also got to give credit to the Merrillville defense on this play. Fumble, they played reverse well. That play right there, Gill penetrated. Not the quarterback.
I wonder why we saw a play action fake there, though. 9 seconds left, and you've got to go 26 yards touchdown. Play action isn't with a whole lot of people.
No, they didn't hurt Todd Gill. They are going for field goal. Steve Smith has had 4 extra points tonight. Comes up short on the field goal attempt, and that'll do it for the first half. They did capitalize on their efforts. They did score 28 half point and have a big 14-point first half lead. We'll be back with the first half summary and Lake Central's band right after this. With the Consumer Network, producers of today's game, buy CCN card today and pay just $10. They're regularly $20. And also, when you buy that CCN card, you get the right to vote for which game you want to see on TV next week. So call CCN at 769-6524. And while you watch the Lake Central band perform here, we're going to summarize what happened in the first half.
Well, Lake Central opens the scoring. Merrillville, first time they got the ball, was able to drive deep in the Lake Central territory down to the 18-yard line. But then on the 4th down, Brian Story was stopped for no gain. Lake Central took over, and they really took over from that point. 14 yards first play, 13 on the second play. It was an 82-yard drive. The big play, of course, Mark Evans hitting the bomb down the middle of the surface. A play, third down and 26. And again, I'm interested in seeing what Lake Central did to draw the safety out of the middle of the field on third 26 because he was nowhere to be seen. After that, Lake Central really took over for a short period. They scored again on an option play. Number 42, Noah Burstein, excuse me, all his parents and friends, if I'm mispronouncing his name, Noah Burstein. Kevin Noble, a 6'53" junior. He took an option pitch and scored on an 8-yard touchdown with 11 left and a half.
That was an excellent option because before that they were running Britton up the middle. I bet you. Story the deep end, he gets it running to the right side. Breaks a couple of tackles. What a run. Looks like you have a close to first down yardage. It will depend on the marking. Story reminds me, think back to the old Minnesota Vikings. They had a runner, Chuck Foreman. A lot of times when he got hit, you would see him spin around and come back. Story didn't do it on that play, but he has done it quite a bit tonight.
It's amazing how many hits he can take and still keep going forward. I mean, the hits don't even knock him back. They don't even seem to knock him off balance.
He's big, he's about 6 foot, 192 pounds. And he's worked hard over the summer, developing his strength, and he can take a hit.
That was his first period. You give him 9 yards on that, just short of a first down.
Quite a contrast in runners. Merrillville with Story, 6 foot, 192 pounds. Of course, Central has been doing it with Britton. He's quite a bit short, 5'6", and only 165 pounds, but both have been very effective. Just short of the first down, second and one, under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. The Pirates down by 14.
Good play to basketball.
Story not in the game at this point. Let's see if Merrillville goes up in the air. Court toss back. Looking for Green. He's got Stewart. Oh, I don't see him. He was wide open. Cutting across midfield, but didn't quite get it deep enough.
We've seen a number of times where the Merrillville receivers have been wide open, and they just haven't been able to get the ball.
See, the play action fake does kind of take in the Indian somewhat. That's a touchdown. He gets the ball out there. He's not going to be caught down near the sideline.
I'm surprised the Indians was fooled by that play action fake. I know it was second and one, but with Story out of the game, that would be a key to look for a pass.
Yeah, you did call that right.
Story is back in the now. I formation. He's about 2 yards back. Third and one to get it down. He fights for it. I'm not sure he got it. Depending on the marking, and then they did get a first down. So on second and Douglas picks up the first down. First and 10 for the Pirates. They're at Lake Central's 35-yard line.
Scott Reiber stood him up straight there, but not in time. He did get the one he needed to get the first down and an extra one. Lake Central linebackers awfully active, get involved in the run, involved in the pass, move around quite a bit. It's hard to tell just where they're going to be.
Good line to set for the Pirates. Courtney scrambles under pressure. He goes down. Looks like he was looking deep downfield on first and 10, but he just didn't have enough time to get it off. He was sacked by Lake Central.
Steve Kistler fought off the block there, made the sack. Nice loss. That should slow up Merrillville on the first down play there. Now they're into a second down 17.
It's a big play for the Pirates. The Pirates aren't really that big play team. They're a steady team. They pick up good yardage. They constantly pound away, but 17 yards is going to be tough to get.
Oddly enough, they gambled a bit of play on first down, and then the result of it put them in a passing situation on second and 17. Almost intercepted. He was looking for number 83 of Merrillville, Tony Olenek. However, the play was well guarded. Spring cut through. He had the big 61-yard interception earlier. It was right there on defense and almost came up with the interception.
I think the fact that even the rush guard got to Cork there, had he waited a second more, I think that play is open. And again, the safety's up on that play. If he catches it, it's gone. Merrillville is close to breaking one here. It may not seem like it, but they are.
I think the pressure from Lake Central kind of made him throw it a little bit before he wanted to.
They need to break one here, 17 yards for a first down. Minute 25 left in the third quarter. Corcoran scrambles to his right. Pulls up for good defensive play by number 10. Sean Seidel with 9 receptions on the year. He kept Bob Stewart getting the pass. But again, Stewart was open. If Corcoran would have led him, he would have had a first down.
Yeah, Lake Central seems to play somewhat of a gambling defense. And obviously they've gambled and won. They've broken the bank in the first 8 games. They've allowed more than 14 points. But Merrillville has come within a foot or two of a couple of really big plays here.
Lopez back to punt it. Last time, of course, he bobbled the low punt, didn't quite get it off. Good snap on this one. And Lopez pushed it into it. Good punt, high. Good at the 33 by Seidel. They go earlier, big yardage, and a great tackle by number 8, Bob Massimino, to keep Seidel from scampering down the sideline. When we come back, Lake Central will have the ball. First and 10, and they're up by 14. And they have the ball at their own 42-yard line. not gaining any yards on that play. The Merrillville defense studied for the task.
And now you're seeing Merrillville with 8 men within 2 or 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. They are going to force Lake Central to throw the ball. Again, not that Lake Central can't. The quarterback Evans has done well 60% of the season. But they're tired of David Britton running the ball. They're just not going to allow it anymore. They're going to make the ball go someplace else.
And it seems like Central hasn't been using Britton as much in the second half as they did in the first half. Possibly he's wearing down. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. They give it to Britton that time. Merrillville defense very fired up. Lopez in on the tackle among others. Stopping Britton. So Merrillville stopped. But Central last time when they got to the 45 yard line, they're at the 43 now. Haven't gone anywhere. It's 3rd and 9.
Very impressive defensive stand on Merrillville's part right here.
The third quarter has expired. Going into the fourth quarter, the Indians are in the driving lead. They're up by 14. If they can hang on to that lead. Step up the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 9. Just about to start the fourth quarter. Schindler in motion, they give it to Britton off the left side, and he gets a first down. Big first down. Britton got by Bob Massimino. Needs to make the... If Massimino would have stopped him, it would have been short of the first down.
Well, he didn't get a good spot there. Britton was tripped. It looked like he got the first down, but apparently not. The officials marked the yard, so it will be fourth down.
Apparently, Massimino tripped him up enough that his knee hit the ground. When we seen him, of course, he was past the first down marker, but I guess he had stopped short. So a big play here for Elmer Britton and the Lake Central Indians. 4th and inches, you've been very effective on the ground. Do you go for it?
I think they do.
Or do you punt? If the Pirates stop you, they have excellent field position. Early in the fourth quarter, they go in and score, and they're only down by 7. Of course, I think the same thing is running through Elmer Britton's head right about now. He's going to call a timeout. He's not sure what he wants to do. Whether, if he doesn't want to go for it, I'm sure he's... Well, what play do you call it? Do you give it to Britton again, or will they be looking for him? Or do you run to the outside?
I wonder if you put Dickelman in the game. I see him wiping off his hands down the sideline. He's a very powerful running back. They put him in short yard situations, and here he goes in. Joe Dickelman, over 200 pounds, he scores touchdowns, but he is not a fullback. He's normally their defensive tackle, and a very good one. But he goes in and he has shown an ability to get short yards, and that's what they need right now.
He's one of those guys that say that he's tough as nails. I can hear that with defensive players.
And of course, he scored the touchdown that went down for Lake Central. So he scored the touchdown to beat Hobart in the opening game of the season with less than a minute to play.
Ironic isn't it that the two teams that have beaten Hobart this year are both on this field tonight. First, Lake Central beat them in the opening game of the year, 14-7. Then Merrillville beat them on their field, 13-11.
You never know how the 4A playoffs are going to go. They may be the only two teams that beat Hobart all season long because the competition that the Brickies are going to face in the 4A playoffs, I don't think is the caliber of the competition they face in this area this year.
Big play, 4th and 1, here it is.
They stopped him. They stopped him.
They're going to roll forward progress. I
think they stopped him.
It's by the margin, I would say he's just short.
Surgical in the play. Depth was into the play. There seemed to be at least 4 Merrillville players there. No way.
The Merrillville Pirates, they're all jumping up and down. Excellent field position. They'll now have first and 10 at the 49-yard line. They're only down by 2 touchdowns. So if they score here, with 10:49 left in the fourth quarter, they're right in this game.
Let's see what they come up with in the first play here. The official starts the clock. You might want to hit him right away. You've got the man on the wide sideline, the man you want, Stewart. He's got single coverage on the great defensive back of Lake Central. Sit out.
Story goes in motion. They may pass to him. He gets one-on-one coverage. Corkin going deep right away, trying to hit him for 83.
By Merrillville on the other side. They had a good surge. I think Frank O'Shea just told Pittsburgh, this is it right here. If you want to win, you're going to have to go do it right now.
I'd like to remind you that the fourth quarter is brought to you by Walter's Insurance Agency, located at 7195 Broadway in Merrillville. For all your insurance needs, call Cook Insurance Agency at 769-23887. Yankee comes in motion. They haven't used him too much as a receiver. Cork and Scramble going to the air again.
Receiver slip.
Oh, and he overthrows John Lee for.
Lee was really not there. I just don't know on either team's passing. Lake Central's been far and short, only connecting on two, and Merrillville hasn't really been connecting that well with their receivers.
On that play, Lee had drilled in front of the Lake Central defense, and he slipped and went down.
Watching the time, I thought he was just faking the pass. He probably didn't want to throw it then. Third and 10 for Merrillville, big play. They're at their own 49, they trail by 15. Forking back, a deep drop. He throws it off, in and out of the hand for incomplete pass. Looks like he was, can't pick up the number. It was 88. That might be tight in. We've talked about all night. He did great hands, great moves.
He had the first down there, no question, but he just couldn't hang on to the ball. I think he started to run a bit before he really had hands on it.
And Coach Shea looks like he's getting gamble. It's 4th and 10. But it looks like the Pirates are going to go for it, Eric.
Well, they have to. There's only 10 minutes left. They give Lake Central the ball again. You never know what's going to happen.
If you lose today, you know no tomorrow.
Corcoran has completed 7 of 20 so far in the game.
He's got a couple of drop passes also. Once again, he rolls off his left. Chase overthrows his receiver. There's a kicker for Jen Lee. Looking on the other side of the field. Didn't have a box right over your to your left. That is a tough half week.
Absolutely.
Central has the ball. They're up by 14. 10-14 left in the fourth quarter.
Merrillville's got to get the ball back very quickly if they want to be able to win this game.
I don't think they Lake Central put the ball in the air too many times. They give it to Britain, but once again, the Merrillville defense is very tough against the run now. However, earlier in the game, Lake Central was running to give them that will.
They have obviously made some adjustments. I'm not a good enough defensive technician to tell you what they are, but just looking at them, you see when the ball is snapped, most of the time there's 8 Merrillville players within 2 or 3 yards of the line of scrimmage, and just numbers have, and a little bit of effort, they've been able to stop Central running the ball.
Evans scrambles right, he's going to throw it, and it's complete. Frank throws. It looks like he's just short of the first down. Couple of yard and a half short of the first down.
I think everyone was thinking option right there. They committed themselves. Castur's curls back. It was a good play by Evans, jumping up in the air and getting the ball.
A little bit of old-fashioned jump pass. I'm trying to remember who used to do that. I can't remember a whole lot of quarterbacks do that. You've got to go back into the 60s to find guys throwing jump passes. But it worked. Third down.
Evans put it right on the money. Merrillville once again will have to become a big defensive stand. Evans keeps it. They fake it to Britain. Good call. Evans gets out about the 33-yard line after picking up the first down.
Real good ball handling there by the junior quarterback. I'm not sure if that was planned for him to keep it or if he was reading. If he was reading on the option there, then that's an even more impressive play because he took it to the fullback, took it away, went around in, decided to keep it, not pitch it, made the absolutely correct decision on that play.
I think Merrillville was realizing the situation. Hey, Britain's been running us all night. We've got to stop him now. Evans pitches it to Leo, and he is very, very tough hit. And now a flag comes down. I don't think there would have been an original penalty. 43, Todd just nailed Shingler. And then while they were on the ground, Shingler just kind of pushed, or Gill kind of pushed Shingler saying, take that. And they're free, and they let cross penalty in there and says, you take that.
That's a little bit of frustration on the Merrillville defense part. But you just have to do that. You have to dig deep and give it everything you have. Sometimes it's a little too much.
Again, a great read on the play by Evans. This time he pitched it out. The triple option. Boy, he's a star. He's just junior star.
tackle gets up and just if he pushed him intentionally or not. Merrillville from scoring. They have hopes of winning this game. 8-27. Britt gets it. Power a couple more yards. First, I think it's key. He got out a couple of times, but Lake Central regular gets it.
Here comes number 8. Lake Central push back.
Game. That's enough. Up play.
Well, that half ball.
Interested about the 4-yard line.
The Indians are willing to let them grind it out right now and move down the field, and even if they score, you still got the 2-touchdown margin. David Britt, incidentally, 262 yards unofficially for the Lake Central Indians on 25 carries.
First and 10. Motion. Corkin drops. Oh, risky pass. Flag on the play.
I don't know.
Lake Central fans certainly aren't happy about it. Corkin was looking for
83, Tony Olenek.
Looks like he was open. Davies was on the coverage. Looks like they're going to get him for a penalty. It was a close call.
Looked like a well-timed hit by the defensive back there. I'm surprised that was called.
I think that's one of the keys right now in the ball game. Merrillville's got to be hoping for some Lake Central mistakes, penalties, turnovers, and then Merrillville's going to take whatever they can get.
Lake Central improving somewhat in the second half here. I think that's only their second penalty for 20 yards, where the game gives them 11 penalties for 80 yards, which is about their average.
And the ball first and 10 now. 5-12 left in the game. They're moving it though. Thanks to that penalty there. Lake Central 15. Looks like they're setting up a screen again. Looks like Lake Central is ready for that. Then once again goes to the duggo. Finds his way out of bounds for about a 5-yard gain.
Had he thrown the ball a little sooner, I think Hidalgo had a convoy to the end zone. As it was, he only picked 5 yards. And Dickelman ran down the play from behind for Lake Central.
Definitely quite a few good plays tonight for the Lake Central Indians. Caps on the back. That's why he had first goal from the 2. Flag on the play. Hidalgo gets the carry. Picks up some yards with the call is. It's coming to Merrillville on the illegal motion. Bring it back 5 yards. Mark second and 11.
That's something definitely not tolerated at this point in the ball game. They can't get any penalties. 5 minutes left in the ball game. They're down 20 points. It doesn't look right for the Merrillville Pirates.
Unofficially for Corcoran, 10 of 24 for 78 yards. But as you mentioned before, he's had several drops that would have been big games. And he's been very close on a couple of others that also could have been big games, possibly touchdowns.
Second and 11 for Merrillville. Although one thing for penalty, it does stop the clock. Just under 5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Corcoran looks over the defense.
Single coverage on Stewart out here on the wide side.
Corcoran is looking for Lee. Nearly intercepted. Risky pass. Corcoran dumped down hard after the play.
Him away. Yeah, Stewart on the left side. I think that's one thing that he hasn't done too much is look off the defenders. Look the other way and pass. I think that's Lake Central D-backs are picking that up.
That's a good point. He especially does that when he rolls out. You know, when he rolls out, he's just looking at his one receiver. A couple of times we've seen it tonight up here from our vantage point, of course, but receiver wide open on the other side of the field. Third and 11, 4.5 minutes left in the game. Corcoran drops back. Incomplete pass. I'm sure Merrillville will go for it, though. 4th and 11, he's looking for number 80, Tony Olenek. Olenek only a junior.
I want to mention number 54, Scott DeVries for Lake Central. He's the linebacker that you may see moving around just before the snap. He'll get into double coverage on the wide receiver, then get out of it. You see him running from side to side. He almost is playing a monster position. Not a safety, not a linebacker, but a monster. Here you see him giving some double coverage help, or just there he is, just in the appearance of giving double coverage, and then he goes back into the middle. Very active.
Oh, that was off. Let me bring it all the way. No one's going to catch him. He's already scored 1 touchdown tonight. Frank Costeros. And that definitely puts the icing on the cake for the Lake Central Indians. They're up 40-14.
Costeros took it at the goal line, maybe at the 2-yard line, and he went all the way. Only one man had a chance to catch him. And there's down on the sideline. There's Coach Britton. He lost his cap. He's so excited, waving his fist in the air. The lead is 26 points now with 4 minutes to go. And you'll know the question is this won the Duland Conference this year? Whether Merrillville or LaPorte, they all finished in a tie. I think if you went down the sidelines now, they'd tell you that Lake Central wasn't doing the big defeated Hope.
Extra point. Good. 41-14 Central. 4:09 left in the game. Stay with us. Lake Central Indians jumping out to a big 41-14 lead. Merrillville just must be shocked.
I don't think in their wildest dreams they would imagine that this would happen. 41-14. Lake Central was favored by 7.
Of course, this was supposed to be a Clash of the Titans type battle. Lake Central certainly is showing how tough they are. Corcoran gets the kickoff, brings all the way out to about the 35-yard line. What a night for number 20 at Lake Central, Frank Costeros, the senior, 6'2", 160 wide receiver. They also played first on the game. 3rd and 26. Looks like Lake Central's going to have to turn the ball over again. But Costeros got open in the Merrillville defense with 61 yards on a touchdown reception. And then Merrillville driving, trying to come back. Costeros intercepts it and goes up for a touchdown. Story rambles right through the Lake Central defense. I think it's all academic right about now. That should give Story close to 100 yards. A lot of clean jerseys coming to the game for Merrillville. That's what I would say, wholesale change.
I think they're going to get, well, they got Brian Story one last big carry, playing a final game, no question about it now for Merrillville, a 27-point deficit. And they're getting some reserves into the playoff game.
They pick up a first down right there. That's number 44, Darren Zahn. He's a junior.
Running back, you haven't seen him that often so far this season. But, you know, with a back like Story, Zahn's not going to get much action in there.
Eric, you go to Merrillville High School yourself, and just what's running emotionally? How do you feel right now?
Well, there's a lot of senior team, and I think this would be the year for Merrillville to go some places in Class 5A football. And I don't know, just looking at the Merrillville Highlights, it's kind of a disappointing loss for Merrillville. They're looking forward, first game of the sectional, the ranked ninth, only lost one game all season, co-champ. I think it's just a big disappointment on Merrillville's part.
Backup quarter, Michael Masinski in the game for Merrillville. Hand off once again to Zahn. A lot of flags on the field. Zahn picks up about 5 yards. I think that penalty against Merrillville, though.
If we've seen Lorian, I believe we have, then he carries for 102 yards on 22 carries, which gives him a season total of 1,215 yards. If my addition is real correct, on 239 carries. An outstanding season any way you look at it, and more outstanding when you consider the top.
They played Valparaiso, who was ranked early. They played Lake Central, who was ranked early. They played Hobart, LaPorte.
As we're talking, you can see some of the stars of the Lake Central defense come out of the game. Sedal, number 10, Dickelman, 44. Both of them had big nights.
Just under 3 minutes left in the game.
Now here comes Kistler, the defensive end of the sideline.
He's made a couple of big plays.
And there's Ron Davies at an interception.
Oh. I guess you could see why this is the second string. Not used to playing too much, a lot of flags on it.
Perfectly according to form for Lake Central. 9-10 penalties, 80 yards, but still 41 points aboard. They average 31 a game.
Merrillville's done a lot of things this year. You got to give them credit. Co-Dueling Conference chance. You know, they beat Hobart, which was a big rivalry. But Lake Central so showed Merrillville a lot of different things, and Britton's an outstanding running back.
Looks like they're setting up the screen. This time they're looking for Zahn. Zahn jumps up trying to come down with it, but just couldn't quite get it. Clock runs down to 2:39, and yet another flag comes onto the field. Looks like some extracurricular activity down on the field on that one.
Yeah, just as soon as they separate the boys down there now, that's Sam Orlitz for Merrillville. I didn't really see what happened, but at this point, you know, let's just get everybody separated and get the clock running and get the game over.
Yeah, the timekeeper's doing us a little favor. It'd be nice if he accidentally forgot to stop the clock.
Yeah.
I'm sure Merrillville was anxious to get this game over, too.
Last play looked like an Australian rules football game.
Yeah, the question is, you're looking at Lake Central, who's going to stop this team now? I'm not sure their next
They
pairing.
will play Crown Point next week.
They will play Crown Point. Crown Point has already won their game tonight as we're speaking. Crown Point's been coming on late in the year with Mike Stockey going back to quarterback. But, boy, I don't know if they're ready to handle this offense. And then you'd be looking down the line, maybe Lou Wallace, maybe Highland. Highland, I might feel, has a chance because I think Lake Central can beat deep on the pass. But I'm not sure if Highland has the defense to handle Lake Central. I think they might be run up and down the field.
Kip Keller's an excellent quarterback for Highland, and he would be one to be able to exploit the Lake Central secondary.
I think Lake Central's not going to be stopped until maybe someone like Penn or Fort Wayne gets to him. Good quality football teams. I think Merrillville was one of the premier football teams in the area, along with Lake Central. And I think the winner of this game is going to go far.
It almost seems somewhat unfair that you win or you tie for the Dueling Conference Championship and you have to play the 4th-ranked team in the state.
That's right.
In the opening round of the playoffs. There, Zahn gets the handoff with a couple of good moves. Finally brought down after a gain of about 12. And please don't call a timeout.
Boy, Zahn is a good running back there.
He is. He's very quick. He makes good cuts. And he's very hard to bring down also.
He might have more speed than Story has.
Yeah, he's only
not the strength, but speed.
He's only a junior. I'm sure he'll team up with Mark Hidalgo next year in the backfield to give him a good pair of running backs. Just over 2 minutes left in the game. Zahn once again takes it, showing his agility, making a couple of moves. Fumbles. Picked up by Merrillville.
And they get him too.
See a touch of that Australian rules football again. Ball's bouncing all over the place.
It is a little loose out there. And before some of the Lake Central fans write me letters, I know Lake Central beat Highland 28-3 earlier in this year. When I talk about Highland having a chance, possible chance of beating Lake Central, I say that because of the passing attack. A Lou Wallace could stand in there in the trenches with Lake Central, but I don't know if they have the offensive
capabilities.
Yeah, capabilities.
Weapons, yeah.
So they have the weapons, they just don't use them anywhere near as well as like Central does.
Who was a very young team back to that point. When you're playing such a polished team as Lake Central is, they average 31 points a game. They've only given up 53 points for the whole year going into tonight. They given up 14 tonight, so that's 67 points they've only given up all year. They average 31 points a game.
Yeah, this is not an unbeatable team we're seeing from Lake Central because you saw Merrillville drive and you see the penalties, and when you look at those penalties, you've just got to believe that there's a chance they could get beat. But just because they're not unbeatable doesn't mean that I'm the team is going to beat them.
Well, Eric, we'd certainly like to thank you for joining us. You've been with us for 3 games. You've had a lot of insight about this Merrillville team, being with some players yourself, and glad to have you. Good luck in the basketball season.
Oh, thanks a lot.
How's that Merrillville team going to shape up on the basketball court?
Oh, we're looking pretty good, but there's a lot of tough teams in the area also. I'd just like to congratulate a lot of the Merrillville seniors. I think a lot of them are going to go on to play in college football, some even Division I, a lot Division II and III. I'd just like to wish them a lot of luck.
Speaking of that, I haven't heard anything mentioned about Brian's story as far as college is concerned. Has he been approached by any schools or looking at Zahn in the end zone?
Yes, he's getting a lot of love letters, you know, but really the recruiting season starts after football, unlike other sports like basketball and baseball. But he's supposed to go up, him and Mike Mackey tomorrow, watch a Michigan State game, so, you know, I just wish them the best of luck.
Of course, I'm sure a lot of these Lake Central Indians will go on to play Division I. They have a lot of talent as well. Of course, their season isn't quite over yet. They have this thing, the state championship, I think they're worried about right about now. Zahn gets the ball once again. Good tackle by Lake Central number 93, Rich Frank.
Rich Frank made 2 good defensive plays, a couple plays before he batted down what was going to be a screen pass to Zahn. Looks like they've got some talent there, although Frank's senior, they've got some talent in reserve.
Time winding down now, under half a minute left in the game. He fakes it down, rolls out to the left, looks like he's going to keep it. Picks up a block and gets down about the 10-yard line. And they say he gets out of bounds. Give us a breath. 9 seconds left in the game. Like to remind you, if you want to vote for what game you want to see next week on TV, we're not quite sure what game we'll do. But if you want to take a vote, here's what you can do. Call CCN at 769-6524. Buy a card, a CCN card, normally $20. You get half off for just $10. That entitles you to over 60 discounts. And by buying that card, you can also vote for which game you want to see.
A lot of good possibilities. Of course, we don't know the scores as we're standing here doing the broadcast right now. But Andrew figures to still be alive. So does Hobart.
We're looking at possibly a Hobart and Drain matchup. And of course, Lake Central, Crown Point. A lot of good matchups.
So the ball went over in that last play. They came 3 yards short of a first down. And Lake Central in for their final play. New quarterback, that's Wayne Collins.
They fall on the ball, and that should end the game. You hear the Lake Central fans pounding it down. The celebration begins. Jubilation on the Lake Central sideline. They have just advanced sectional class. The opening round of the sectional, a big 41-14 lead. Crown Point next for the Indians. Of course, Merrillville, 2 losses in a row. You go 7-0. Big win over Hobart.